Hey, what's up, everybody? All right, so today we're going to be opening up this 1996 case of MREs. I'm going to pan up just a little bit here. Oh, sorry about that. There we go. I'll tip it forward and show you some of the date codes and numbers on the. Hang on. Let's see if I can get it over here some. So right here, it says date packed, and it's a lot code 6171. Now the dash 50 I'm not exactly sure about. I need to look into that and see what that 50 is all about. I actually have case B that was produced on the exact same day, on the 171st day of 1996. Now the inspection date was June 1999. So let's see, 1997. I would have been I'd have been 15 years old. It's made the same month that I was born. So right at exactly what did I say? 14. I'd have been 14 years old. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. Now this is going to be 26-year-old food. That concept kind of gets lost sometimes. That I don't know. I guess I just become numb to it, and I don't talk about it, and I don't bring it up as often as I really should, because in this instance, now I've had some bad luck in the past. I don't know, the last 2 or 3 older MREs that I've opened, I haven't had great luck with. Now these ones are supposed to be in fantastic condition, should be technically edible. Now, before I get too much further into talking about these MREs, the history, all that stuff, there's a couple points that I want to make real quick, and hopefully I can get a little bit more folks in here before I tell you guys a couple things I want to tell you. Now, this is Case A, menus 1 through 12. 1996 is a very significant year. That's whenever they changed over to the tan bags from the brown bags. And if you're not familiar, I know most of you guys will be, like, probably 90 to 99% of you guys that'll be in here, but there is a brown bag. So dark brown bag is what we had before this 1996, whenever they changed over to the color that you're basically familiar with now. Now the bag design and style was completely different in 1996 all the way up until 2007. They stayed the same as far as bag design goes, but 1996 is very significant because that's the first year that they went to the tan bag, and also it's the first year that they deviated from the 12 menu system. All the way up from 1980 all the way through 1995, it was 12 menus only. 1996, they actually upped it and went to 16 menus. So that means between Case A and Case B, you have repeat menus. Case B is menus 5 through 16, giving you the second 12 menus, but that means that 5 through 12 are repeat menus. So, not as much variety as we have now. Now that again in 1997, they upped that again to 20 menus. And then again in 1998, finally to the 24 menus that we're familiar with now. So 24 menus is been the standard all the way back to 1998. Do I think it's time to add some more menus? Yeah, I think it is. Especially some more breakfast type menus. I mean, I know a lot of these guys are going to end up eating MREs for breakfast at certain points. And the options for that are very limited. And what happens when you're out in the field or they're handing out MREs when you're going out on patrol is they're going to open cases and you're just going to get whatever. You're just going to get whatever they hand you. So that means you could get, let's say, chili mac for breakfast. I mean, nobody wants to eat chili mac for breakfast, really, right? So that's kind of where I stand on that. I think they should introduce another case. I don't see why we couldn't go with another 12 menus. Getting enough variety for those 12 menus I don't think would be too difficult, because over the years there's been a lot of development in breakfast-type menus. Do the 12 have to be all breakfast? No. But you could go with case A and B being all like lunch and dinner type menus, and that means that the what, 3 or 4. I don't even know what as of 2020 what exists as far as breakfast menus go, because they did away with the hash browns and bacon. So it's hard to tell really right now. There might be 2 or 3 breakfast menus right now in 2020. So they really need to up that. But they could take those menus out, replace them with menus that have been gone for a while that people would like to see come back. And of course, they could do a general consensus on that by, doing some trial and error with the troops. Oh, what is that sound? Ay. Stella, she's going to have to take that elsewhere. It's really loud. Okay. Now that I got a little bit more of you folks in here. Oh, before we... Oh, God. Barely move this thing. Before I go any further, tomorrow will be Sunday, the 29th of November. Tomorrow, if we can break our current record of viewership over on the Ration Museum live streams, if we could get anywhere in between 35 and 40 people to show up, at that point, if it's right in the beginning or if it's in the middle, it doesn't matter. I will actually do a giveaway to one person on that live stream, and we'll do it through the chat on the live stream over there at the Ration Museum live stream, because I got to ship out boxes on Monday anyways. I've got boxes ready to go out, and yeah, I think it'll be fun to do that and maybe get the viewership up a little bit over there. So anybody who's in here right now, if you can tune in tomorrow, that's Sunday, the 29th of November, on the Ration Museum live stream at 5 p.m. It runs to typically about 7. Sean will be in here in the chat, and he can tell you more about that. But I will do a giveaway, and I'll send one of you guys one MRE, or MRE with some other stuff packed in there as well. Whatever I can fit in there is how it's going to work. So hopefully we can get that number up there. And the only deal with that is we got to break the viewership number. The current, I think we hit 28, 29, something like that. I was trying to hit 30 last week. We didn't quite hit that number, but we were very close, which I'm truthfully grateful for. Honestly, I'm very grateful that folks are coming over there, and it is fun. And Sean does a really good job on his live streams over there. He's got tons of information, tons of cool stuff that he goes through every week. Last week went through a 10-man British ration, which is huge, absolutely humongous. Yep, Aletha, that is Eastern time. So let's see, West Coast, that would put it at it's going to be early, like 2 to 4 West Coast time, I think, something like that. So yeah, 5 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Anybody that wants to show up to the Ration Museum live stream, I've already got a way to do this that I've got picked out in my head, how we're going to do it. And it'll be fair, 100% fair of whoever ends up getting it. It's just going to be by chance or skill. You'll see. It's very fun too, the way we're going to do this. So anybody who's been at the live stream, I did it one time over there, not as a giveaway or anything, just to have some fun. And you guys will know what I'm talking about. So, anyway, got this case right here. We're going to open this up, and I forgot to cut my fingernails. We're going to pick out one of the doubled menus. That means menu 5 through 12. One of those menus that are in here. That way I still have all the menus from 1996. I was going to do an unboxing of case A and B of 1996 because they are so significant. But as long as I still have all the menus, I'm not really that worried about it. So, yeah, 171st day, like I mentioned, 1996. I'm just going to slide these bands off. Now, I did a 1996 MRE on a live stream. It's been a long time ago. I mean, like probably 9-10 months ago, maybe even closer to a year ago, that might have actually came out of this case. I don't know. I may have dipped into this thing once already. Can't really tell because I package it back up so well with the bands and stuff. So we'll see, but still, hopefully, I have high hopes, seriously, for this case of MREs. Let me just pick it up here and slide the band off of this side. And I'll put these back the same way. Ugh. Put big dents in my board. Ugh. Background, or not my background, but the bottom board. Yeah, it's everything I can do to pull it off there. Alright. Just gotta kind of wiggle it a little bit at a time. Get the sleeve off of it there. Especially these older ones. As you can see, like, see how that's bent over? It's the same way on the bottom side down there, which makes it really, really extremely tight around the box. And if you get it just a little bit out of odds, out of sync, I guess you could say, makes it really hard to get off. Yep, the flap's definitely not stuck on that because it just came off. Oh, Smitty made it yet? Let's see, Smitty. Anybody who's in my chat right now, if you guys are ever looking for something to watch on YouTube, I have great links down in my description. The first one I think is like gabeRILLA. There's CT. There's Smitty, my Canadian friends, BTemple. And then there's tons of other ration reviewers down there. And gabeRILLA, like, I haven't got to watch it, but I did see it pop up in my feed. He must have had something really funky. He was talking about how thick it was or something in the thumbnail, like sludge. I can't remember what. I think he might be in the chat. He could tell you what his last video was that really piqued my interest. I've got to watch that. Now, another thing I want to mention, I'll have to look it up here real quick, is, oh, I just seen K-Man. I had a question for K-Man. Hey, look at there's Gusto. Greetings, hope y'all are doing okay. Hey, there's another guy right there, RC Gusto. You guys got to go check out RC Gusto's channel. Been a while because he is dealing with the Rona. He's a basically frontline worker, like the extreme frontline worker. You should see some of the pictures that he sent me of his getup that he's got to wear. I mean, it's ridiculous. But yeah, you guys definitely go check out Gusto's channel. And thanks for that super chat there, Mr. Gusto. All right. I'm looking for Dan on here. Here we go. There he is. He mentioned a Australian guy channel. The guy's name's Pete. It's called Pete Review. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to take you guys over here to his... There it is. It's not in my description, but obviously it shouldn't be too awful hard to find. He's got 75 subscribers as of right now. Whenever he talked to me last time, he said he had 35 or 40. So he's actually gained... He's almost doubled since Dan mentioned him to me in a message. So, and he, like I said, he's over in Australia and he's doing vintage MREs. Let's see, he's got a 2017 Polish individual ration. Let's see what all kinds of videos he's got up here. I would click on these videos, but I don't want to get copyrighted. I don't think he probably wouldn't, but YouTube I think takes it on themselves. What else what do you start with down here? We started with a 2017 spaghetti, and then we did chicken chunks, Australian CR1M Part 1, Part 2. That's a 2017 CR1M there. Let's see. Then he goes to a tuna chunk, light water packed lemon pepper. 2006 Australian CR1M 24-hour ration. Oh, that's cool. That's a little bit vintage there. We got a German 1992 German survival ration. It looks, is that yellow? I don't know. I've never seen a yellow one. Maybe it's orange. I have seen orange and green in those survival rations. 2018 rebrand People's Liberation Army. Oh, I've never seen one of those before either. Look at that. Unless that's he added that in there to make the thumbnail there, because I've never seen a PLA ration that has MRE on it like that. 93 ship brand civilian lifeboat ration. I don't know that I've seen one of them either. There's the green German survival ration from 2000. Unboxing an Australian CR1M 2019 box. Wow, those are fresh. Jeez. And then there's the last three. We got the Polish, the People's Liberation Army 2018 Navy onboard self-heating meal. I have one of those from like 2007. They have not changed at all. And a 1995 to 97 U.S. vintage corned beef hash. Oh man, my favorite MRE of all time. So yep, that had to be a 95 actually. Should have been a 95. All right, enough of me talking. Let's get into this case here. Ugh. I'm just gonna have to tip it up here and move the camera the best I can. I can't move this box around really. There we go. Now another thing I want to do is I want to look up the menus for this really quick. I had them pulled up already once. What did I do? What the heck? Huh. Okay. Weird. There we go. Menus list. This is 1996. I do want to check that message from K-Man too, because I got some weird stuff in this. There's a bag back here. I showed you guys that dark brown bag. That dark brown bag is actually from the meetup that we had a year and some months ago now, like a year and 3 months ago. The second official MRE meetup that we had in Kentucky this time. The time before that we had it in Virginia, which was back in like 2015 or 16. I can't remember which. I think it was 16. Alright, where am I at? There we go. MRE menus. Just want to have these pulled up. That way I can make a informed decision on what I'm going to be having for my dinner. I have not eaten at all. Not one stitch of anything. Not even a piece of gum today. Here we have menu 4, ham slice. This is not even on the possibilities list because that is one that it's not a repeat of. That's only menus 1 through 4 are. Yep, there's another one, tuna with noodles, which one of the worst MRE menus ever made in my personal opinion. No offense, Natick. I just personally hate the thing. There is a menu number 5. Now this is the first doubled menu. Menu number 5. Spaghetti with meat sauce. That is a possibility, which I doubt. I'm not a big spaghetti fan. Here we have a menu number 7, beef stew. That's a possibility. I'm a big fan of the beef stew, and 1997 should be a good year. Here we have, that's not on the menu either, but it is a menu number 3, chicken stew. Let's keep going here. We have a menu number 9, pork chow mein. Nice. It's good. That's good stuff. Pork chow mein is actually really good. I like the water chestnuts that are in it, and then you got like the little I don't know what those things are, like the crunchy stuff that you put in it. I'm not exactly sure what that's called. Here we have a menu number 12, cheese tortellini. Vegetarian menu should be. It doesn't say anything about it being vegetarian on there, though. Here we have a menu number 10, chili and macaroni. One of my favorites of the this era. Chili mac is always a good menu. Here we have a menu number 6, Frankfurter's beef, and on MRE info, I think these are smoked or smoky. Yep, smoky Franks. Menu number 6 is. I have to put that one back in the box. Actually, ran out of room. So that's a possibility. Here we have menu number 11, pasta with vegetables. That is an interesting menu that I don't even know if I've ever seen that one reviewed before. Personally, I mean, I'm sure there's reviews of it out there probably, but I've never seen it myself. And we have a menu number 15, grilled chicken breast. This is the menu 15. Wait a minute. What? Okay, see this? All right, hang on a second. Something's wrong there. 1 through 12. What do we got here? Pork chow mein. Chicken with rice. What menu could that have been substituted for? Menu number 15 should not be in case A. Not at all. Menu number 15, that is a case B menu. And this has obviously been a substitute for another menu. So, well, beefsteak, Mexican rice, peanut butter. That looks like the one we're missing is menu number 1, right there. They substituted grilled chicken breast for a beefsteak. Chicken stew's in there, ham slice, tuna with noodles, spaghetti, smoky franks, beef stew, chicken and rice, pork chow mein, chili mac, pasta with vegetables, and cheese tortellini. All the other menus are there except menu number 1, beefsteak. And then you go down here, menu 15, which is not the last, but almost the last, is grilled chicken. And then you get the Mexican rice, you get a pound cake, jelly, sugar-free beverage base, and accessory packet A. Huh. Well, that you know what? I really like the beefsteak too. Beefsteak is one of the first reviews that I did, maybe, or it's the first 1999 review that I did. And the 1999 did not have like the mushrooms in it or anything. It's just straight up beefsteak, and it was amazing. It was like this roast beef patty type thing. Very, very good. And menu 1 comes with the Mexican rice as well. So you got your main protein there, and then you have, you got your main protein there, and then you have the Mexican rice, which is the same as menu 15. And then this one has peanut butter, beverage base with sugar, and accessory packet B. What's accessory packet B? Coffee cream, substitute sugar, salt, gum, matches, tissue, towel, candy. So it's got the candy, vanilla caramels, Tootsie Rolls. Okay, so now got to pick a menu. Yeah, if you guys didn't see the live stream from last week, I was in a lot of pain, but definitely check that out. That one of the gnarliest MREs I've ever seen in my entire life. Didn't talk about eating history much, but and I did mention Matt Braley, and Matt Braley actually, he happened to be in the chat, which was very odd. So very cool though that he actually happened to be in the chat, and I didn't see him in the chat, or I would have definitely chimed in and told you guys, hey, that's the guy right there. Hey, there's Blindside. Howdy, all. Hope all is well. Stopping by to say hi and back to bed. Hope. Oh yeah. Well, you haven't told him, so I won't, Blindside, unless you have told him. But thank you for that super chat, man. And I totally understand you need to get some rest there, buddy. Yeah, I don't know if you've told everybody what's up or not, so I won't. Okay, right here. This is probably actually the menu that is being... No, that's case B. So this will probably be a menu that's substituted in case B, the chicken parm. I don't think that menu actually existed. I could be wrong, but as far as we know, I don't think anybody's ever seen it as far as a military menu. Alright, so Chili Mac has fruit, oatmeal cookie bar. Really? 1996 has an oatmeal cookie bar. I'll be daggone. Chili Mac. Pasta with vegetables has a granola bar. I wonder what kind of granola bar. Candy 3. What's Candy 3? Charms, Heat Stable M&M's, or Heat Stable Chocolate Bar. Yeah, that might have the Mars bar in it. The pasta with vegetables. Granola bar, peanut butter, and accessory packet C, which has the lemon tea. It's a pretty unique menu. Pasta with vegetables. Since probably, I would assume that is also a vegetarian menu. Pork chow mein sounds pretty daggone good, I ain't gonna lie. The noodles, chocolate covered cookie. Oh wow, peanut butter. Yeah, this is still the era where the chocolate covered cookies were still around. I think they were still around till 1997, and then they were also around in the 1998 long range patrols. Also, the compressed cookie bars were around in the long range patrols in 1998. But they were already gone out of MREs before then. Definitely don't want spaghetti. I'm kind of curious about that chicken, but I'm sure it'll just be the regular menu. It's just got a black line through it on the outside. Ham slice, yum. That sounds good too. I haven't had a vintage MRE that I've been able to eat in a while, so I'm looking forward to actually being able to eat one. Okay, so menu number 3 sounds good. Chicken stew. Menu 11's interesting. Beef stew also sounds good. Yep. So it's beef stew. Smokey and the gang. How is it? How's it going, buds? So yeah, you guys, what do you think as far as menus? I'm thinking either beef stew, which is right down here. Bloop. This is beef stew. Obviously, you can see that right there. Or chili mac. I'm not really in the mood for red sauce right now. Which I think the pasta with vegetables will be red sauce. The pork chow mein sounds good, which is this menu right here. Or, what else did I say? The chicken stew, which is, oh yeah, nope, never mind, that's not a repeat menu. It's got to be menus 5 and up. So it's either beef stew, chicken with rice is always good. So beef stew, pork chow mein, or I guess I could do chili mac or pasta with vegetables. Either or. I'm thinking let's go with the beef stew. I'm in the mood for beef stew. Yep, that's what it is. And it has the amazing chocolate-covered cookie in it, which is pretty iconic when it comes to MREs. Oh, I see a lot of chow mein fans in the chat. The pork chow mein. I know I've had this on. I don't know if I've had it on live streams, but maybe I either did a video or probably did a video about it, or maybe I did have it on live stream. I don't know. I can't remember. I can definitely hear those crunchy noodle things in there. Everybody wants to see the pork chow mein, huh? Yeah, I'm sticking to my guns. Beef stew. That's what I'm in the mood for. Beef stew. It's got the again. It's got the chocolate covered cookie in it, which is a huge plus. Spaghetti with the meat sauce. Get in there. Oh, man, that's killing my back. Whew. Tuna with noodles, ham slice, non-repeat menus. All right. I will deal with this. I don't know if I can do this. Okay. Hey, Ethan. Come here, dude. I need you to lift that off the table. The case, yeah, and set it right down there, please. You have to hold the flaps down on it. All right, let's get into this thing. We're half hour into the live stream. Like I said, I do have this stuff right here that we're gonna mess around with as well. This is from the meetup. This was a bag that was open with like some random stuff, and I found this cheese spread, and there was like a piece of fiberglass on the outside of it, like or a piece. Maybe it might even be an actual piece of glass. And I was messing with it, and it had poked into the bag, and this cheese spread is from 1994, or 92 actually, 1992. And look, right there, a little hole, right? Well, should be right there. I was squeezing cheese spread out of that a little bit ago. But I'm going to try to eat this. So, what is that? 28-year-old cheese spread. Yep. And then there's some other interesting items in here that that we'll check out. Let's get into this. Let's see. Basically, just call it 25. We're almost 2021. We'll call it 25-year-old. 24 for sure. 24-year-old beef stew. I guess it'd be June before it could be 25. So let's see if the peelable seal works on this. Now these are produced by Right Away Foods, which is no longer around as Right Away Foods. McAllen, Texas. Which also, before Right Away Foods, they were Right Away Foods. They were Rafco. 1990 or 1989, they were Rafco. It's the Ration cold weather that everybody wants because of Steve eating the fruit soup and praising it so much. I'm not going to pull all the contents. Let's just do it like this. Here we have our accessory packet. Ooh, with the iced tea drink mix. Natural lemon flavor and sugar. Real sugar. Nice. We'll check that out here in a second. Tilt the camera down here some. Let's see what the case did to the board. It's rather heavy. Oh, look at that. Hey, History Savior. 1941. Hey again, my brother. Hope all is well with you and everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. Well, thank you, History Savior, man. Hope you're doing good too, man. And thank you for that super chat, my dude. You guys got to go check out History Savior's channel. I'm not saying that just because he sent a super chat or Gusto before. Like, seriously, those are channels that I watch, and I would recommend them to anybody, not only my viewers, but to anybody else. Definitely go check out those channels. Let's get into this. There's our partially biodegradable spoon. Oh, nice. Cocoa beverage powder. It's the Honest Brothers. And we have a... Well, that's weird. Packaging there. I think this is newer. This is obviously old school that they used back in the early 90s. And this is different here. This is a lemon lime flavor. See, they didn't used to have it in print right here either. I'll show you here in a minute. But on the old packages like this, it didn't say what the beverage base was. They had it printed right here, like in an open spot, what flavor it was going to be. It's just kind of odd, I thought. But that way they could use the same packaging for every beverage base, and then just put a little individual print on what the actual flavor was. So we got a cocoa beverage powder and a lemon and lime flavored beverage base. Oh, looky here. Nice. Oh, those are really nice. Look at that. Beautiful pack of M&Ms. 24-year-old pack of M&Ms that feel perfect. They don't feel not one bit degraded at all, which is a great indicator there. These are probably produced in 1995, I would say, with that lot code. Those are just beautiful. Love me some old candy. What else we got in here? We got to say, oh, huh. Wow. Is this like the first year for jalapeno cheese spread? Cheese spread, cheddar with jalapeno peppers, type 2. Operational ration component. Need package before opening. To open, tear off one corner of the pouch. I have actually never seen a pack of jalapeno cheese spread that looks like this before. Very interesting. Made this. Okay, Right Away Foods made this, produced this cheese spread. It is pretty solid. But if this one isn't any good, which it doesn't matter, I'm eating the 1992 no matter what. But this seems to be kneading up quite nicely. Doesn't feel any different than what a fresh one would feel. And to have jalapenos in it, man. From 1996. I swear, I don't think I remember this being in a menu before 1996. If K-Man is in the chat, he may know. Is 1996 the first year for jalapeno cheese spread, K-Man? Which his profile will say MRE Info. And if you guys haven't been to MREinfo.com, definitely go over there, check it out. Join up as a member. Doesn't cost you a thing. Become part of the community over there. Now, I don't know why I'm needing this now, but I don't know. It's just habit, I guess. Let's see what else we got in here. Oh, looky there. Look at that. This is okay, it's kind of stuck together, but look at that. Beautiful sight. Oatmeal cookie chocolate covered. Made by Right Away Foods. Hey, another super chat. Karsten, what's up, Karsten? Over there in Germany, my man. Later, guys. I'll join in again next week. No more booze for today, I promise. Sounds like he's been getting lit. But thank you for tuning in, Karsten, and thank you for that super chat, my dude. If you guys don't know anything about these oatmeal cookie bars, or these oatmeal cookies chocolate covered, they're virtually indestructible. The only time I've ever seen a bad one, personally, was last week. When I opened the round ones that were, oh my goodness. Those were the old Reagan cookies, and they were toast. They were so bad. Here we have an old pack of crackers, vintage pack of MRE crackers. They got a little bit of a bend to them in the middle there, so those might be broken, they might not. Typically, the old crackers hold up tremendously well. What else? Okay, wow, look at that flameless ration heater. It looks like it's virtually perfect. There's just a little tiny bit of filings loose in there. I've seen these things where the entire contents of the flameless ration heater were loose and outside of the package. Okay, that side doesn't look as good. Still doesn't look too awful bad. These old cardboard sleeves. You see the little flap there on the top. There's your Rock or Something, the original Rock or Something design. There's your G. Schultz. If you guys don't know who G. Schultz is, you better recognize one of the, I would say, definitely one of the original MRE reviewers of YouTube. There was a couple that were around at the same time as him, but they're long gone now. MRE Jap was one. Then there was a female that I'm not familiar with. There we go. There's the beef stew. Look at that ingredients list. So much different than today's ingredients list. I think it's just a technical thing. I mean, I don't think the contents have changed that much. It's just they break it down into a more chemicalized breakdown. Oh, black pepper, soluble celery, caramel color, garlic powder. Nice. Just sounds like good food, doesn't it? Hi, Miss Minnie. That's my old cat. And then there's also this loose paper in here. I don't think that I've ever came across this before either. What's that say up there? Power Performance. The Nutrition Connection. Military rations are good performance meals. Food gives you energy. The more energy you burn, the more food you need. Cool. Okay, and then you get a breakdown of the different, let's see, you get vitamins A, C, B1, B2, niacin, B6, calcium, and iron, and it tells you which ones contain what. Looks like crackers have a lot of those vitamins infused in them. Look, there's a oatmeal cookie bar. There's a chocolate-covered cookie bar. It's got 4. It's got the B6, B1, vitamins A, and vitamin C. Nice. Huh. That's an interesting little breakdown right there. I like that. Of course, the components have changed a lot now, but when we're looking at these vintage items like we are right now, which there is your entire, let me get this out of the way, entire 1996 menu of beef stew right there. Love that little paper. Let's check out the accessory packet real quick. Let's see what we got in here. There we go. That bell noise that you hear in the background is my cat. I put bells around their neck so I can hear them outside. Make sure they're not running in the road or something. Dump it out over here and we'll go through it. Right, first off, we have some discolored gum. It's like the, what is that, spearmint maybe? Green? I don't know. It's green chiclet style gum. I'm going to have to go grab some nasal spray here in a second. Here we have our U.S. issued butt ration, which feels really, really light. It's like it doesn't, it's, I have a feeling that this one got shorted on the amount of sheets because it's not even coming close to filling up this little sleeve, and typically they do fill up the sleeve quite well, but this one, I can stick my whole pinky finger down in there. So there it is, the Lighthouse butt ration or toilet paper. We got some matches made by D.D. Bean and Sons. You know D.D. Bean and Sons been around for a minute. Strike on back, and these are white tip matches. Some cream substitute dry non-dairy for your coffee or tea. Nice little pack of iodized salt. It's one of those things people sometimes they don't stock up for if they're talking about long-term food storage, but you definitely want to have plenty of salt. Oh, look at here. National Napkin Moist Towelette. Huh. It's a different brand. I don't know that I've ever seen this one before. Or maybe I have. Just don't remember it. Riverside, New Jersey. Look at that. Something you don't see a whole lot, but something I want to see more of. Made in the U.S. of A. What else we have here? Oh, okay. Here we have our iced tea drink mix. I don't know how well, since this has the lemon flavor added, the natural lemon flavor, I don't know how well cream would go in this, you know? Like, I don't know. I might try it. I might try the cream in there since, I mean, they provided it. The Giannis Brothers packaging company made up this iced tea. And this being black printed, I think it used to be like orange printed. So this is definitely different than what I'm used to as well. Glad to see it like that, though. I love seeing little, ambiance differences like that. Just kind of little small changes. And look at that perfection of Tabasco right there. Nice 71st day of 1996 date code on that. But it's another indication of what type of condition we can expect out of this. I didn't see any delamination at all on anything so far. The only thing I have left to check is the main. But that Tabasco looks fantastic. Let's take a look at this beef stew real quick. And I'll go throw this in the some boiling water. You know, the flameless ration heater probably work, but it would take 20-25 minutes probably to get up to any type of warm like hot temperature, I guess I should say. There we go. There it says beef stew. What's the date on this bad boy? It is the 10th day. Wow, early. 1996. 10th day. And this box was boxed in June, so this was 6 months old whenever they decided to put it in the box. That's all good. It was like the 171st day, I think, or something like that, was on the case. So it was like 161 days in between. That's a good little bit. This feels perfect. This looks perfect. No delamination whatsoever. I don't hear any. It's a good way to find out. Run your fingers over it like that. Yeah, this is looking great. All right, we'll go throw this in the boiling water, and I'll be right back, and we'll get the rest of the stuff put out on the tray. Whew. Alright guys, sorry about that, but I am back. Oh. Whew. Man, I sound like a friggin' old geezer. I ain't gonna lie, I feel like one too. I've been having some really extreme back issues and my leg issues. I'm not gonna complain though on here. I'm not gonna complain with you guys. You guys don't need to hear it. And I don't want to say it. But if you hear me making noises, just know that's why. I'm in a pretty substantial amount of pain right now. Oh, I'm into pain. Says, hey, Smoke, let's toast to a better new year, 2021. Well, thank you for the super chat. I am into pain, and I am with you on that 100%. The outlook for 2021 has to be better than this year, right? I think everybody's kind of ragged on 2020 pretty bad. You know, it's all on how you take it, right? It's all on how you interpret it. Could it have been better? Sure. But man, super duper thanks for that super chat there. I'm into pain. I really, really appreciate that, man. Man, I'm looking forward to trying this cheese spread with jalapenos. Okay, beverage bases. We're going to throw them right there. Got the chocolate covered cookie. Really looking forward to that. We got... Okay, what's our dessert here? M&M's? Is that my dessert? Really? So we have 3 different drinks. We have the lemon tea, cookie beverage, and this is lemon lime, I think. Yep, lemon lime beverage base. There's our Tabasco, gets its own spot. And all of our little extras here. Let's start off by taking a look. Put that flameless ration heater back in there. Cool little piece of paper right there. I think that's awesome. Really nice little piece of information that they provided you there. Let's take a look at this wet nap. National napkin. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't have anywhere to throw my trash. I do this every week, and I'm like, I need to get a trash can. I never get one. This thing is still very, very, very wet, which is a great sign. Look at that. Yeah. It's actually pretty long compared to some other ones that I've had. This is like almost like twice the length. Huh. But definitely enough to get the hands wiped down there. They're not tough in any sense of the word. They're quite flimsy and rippable. I'll show you. I mean, they just barely, like, it's just where it's stuck to my fingers that'll pull it apart. You know, not much strength there, but as far as disinfecting, I guess you could get getting a little bit of a disinfecting quality. Has a nice smell to it. Slight alcohol, but there's also a little bit of a detergent in there. It smells really nice. Kind of a fresh scent of. Actually, I'm gonna keep that just in case I can wipe my mouth with it. Stick it. Stick it back in this little package here to keep it wet. Whew! It has been a long day. Long day. Let's get the crackers out first. I don't know what. Actually, you know, I better do the drinks. Let's get the drinks going here. Let's do the lemon lime beverage base first. We are going to go with some Pink Floyd. Just another brick in the wall, you know. Oh, that looks really good. I want to try it on its own, just in my hand here. Oh, that's too much. Too much. Let's try it again. Try it. That's really good. Very sweet, tangy, lemon limey. Pick up a lot on the lime, which is, in my opinion, a plus. At least you want to have a 50-50 balance between the lemon and lime. If you're going to have a lemon-lime drink, in my opinion, instead of having more lemon than lime. I think the lime is a great flavor. Oh, I didn't check to see how much water it takes. Probably 12 ounces, I'm going to guess. That's dissolving really good. Go about right there. It's looking pretty good, actually. You know, the food colorings throughout the years have varied. And my experience, my personal experience, I like the older drink mixes better. Almost 9 out of 10 times. I mean, there is a slight variance on that sometimes, but I'm a huge fan of the old drink mixes. They just always end up being better. And I think anybody that would try the new versus the old would agree. I don't know if it's where they've added vitamins to the new drinks or what that really, kind of hurts them, in my personal opinion. And that's a personal opinion thing. Some people are going to think the exact opposite of what I think. I don't want to leave that beef stew in there for too long, so let's do the cocoa beverage powder real quick. Stick with my Bobby Ross mug here. And I'm a huge fan of the cocoa beverage powder. Freaking love this stuff. I'm going to try it on its own just to make sure. Try a little bit of that powder. That is such a... Oh, I could eat that on its own. That is like a dessert. Wow, that's good. That chocolate powder is amazing. It's like... almost like a cake mix, If you were to add very little water to that, you might be able to get that thing to make like a brownie or something, like a cookie. I mean, that's what it tastes like too, so I don't think I'm too far off with that, saying that. Got some blazing hot water here. You're only supposed to put 6 ounces in this, so yeah, I'm going to go a little bit more than that. It can handle 8 easily with the amount of powder that they give you, and it does not water it down really, in my opinion. I mean, it does a little bit, but it's compared to the 6 ounces, I should say. But if you didn't know, like, 8 ounces is fine. Okay, so the old drink mixes, they do this. They get this weird foam on top. I don't know what that is. That's not. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it's normal. As you can see, the bubbles coming up from the powder in the bottom. Give it a real quick stir, and then I'm going to grab that main out of that hot water because I'm sure it's plenty warm by now. Hey, what's going on, Howard? You still up in Columbus, man? I know. I think you said you moved up there. Oh yeah, there's supposed to be a blizzard on the way. I seen that. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Let me go grab the beef stew. did actually think of grabbed myself a trash bag while I was in there. I always forget for some reason. Get it set up here. There is our beef stew. Hey, there's a super chat just flew by there. I will get to that right now. Just slide back up here. Jacob Hallenberger. I'm jealous of your jalapeno cheese, brother, man. Hope your back starts feeling better. Well, thank you, Jacob, man. And you know what? This back thing's been hindering me, and I mean, it really had me down completely for. It's been about 3 weeks. I mean, I couldn't hardly move. But thank you, man. I super appreciate the super chat. And they gave me some medication. I waited as long as I could to take it right before this live stream, so it would be at its peak effectiveness, and still in quite a bit of pain. It's the first day that I had it, it worked way better. The second day, less. Third day, less. Today, I think it's day 4. Let's see. I think so. Anyways, it's less effective every single day. The only thing that they've given me so far was some sort of steroid super pack or super stack that actually did help me quite a bit. And I saved one of those for last week, and it got me through the live stream last week. The new medication is getting me through this week. Not nowhere near as good, but I'm not going to complain. But thank you for that super chat, Jacob. Nope, a little bit of cracked crackers. I was trying to say it. Look how toasted they are, though. Looking good. Looking good. There's one of the pieces. And here is the other piece. Pretty solid, though. I mean, you got to say, 26 years, like, I'm not going to, or wait, 24 years, sorry. 24 years, I'm not going to complain. Excuse me? Yeah, I hope this cheese spread pans out to be edible. You never know with the old cheese spreads. I mean, I've had some really, really, really bad ones, and I've been surprised with a couple good. I've had good ones from the '80s before. This should be my buddy Shocker's era of cheese spreads where okay, so back in the day, they weren't actually yellow like they are now. They were more of a grayish, like yellow tan color, kind of beige, I would call it. So, we can expect a different color from the vintage cheese spreads. Okay, so it calls for 8 ounces of cold or hot water. I'm thinking I should go hot, but you know what? I don't know. I've got a cold drink right there with the lemon lime. Should I go hot or cold with this tea, guys? I'll look to the chat for that answer. I'll let you guys decide. And the package is not wanting to open properly, so jeez. Okay, I see a hot and a cold. Joe, my parents didn't throw anything out, or didn't throw out anything. I still have stuff from when my dad was in World War II. I wish my mom wouldn't have rented my grandma's place out like she did, because the garage was full of my grandpa's World War II stuff, and that guy basically robbed everything from there. So I see a lot more cold than I do hot. So it's looking like we're going to have some cold. I mean, it is technically called iced tea drink mix, so seems like they kind of intend for you to have it cold, but they say you can have it hot if you want. Which, I mean, if you have it hot, it's kind of like really good for your throat and stuff with the lemon in it. So if you have like a sore throat, this lemon iced tea is great if you have any type of a cold, or even if it's cold outside. So 8 ounces. There's about, let's see, there's probably about 6 in here, I would say, roughly. It's not quite half a bottle. That almost, I'll add a little bit more. Just a little bit. That in my trash bag. It's kind of weird having a trash bag, but it's nice. It's nice having a trash bag. Okay, that should be definitely the 8-ounce mark. Give it a quick stir. It's got real sugar in it. History Savior says $5 to chug that bottle of Tabasco and down the jalapeno cheese spread back to back. Your butt will breathe fire. Stop with World War II talk. Yeah, well, the stuff that I lost in my garage, well, I call it my garage. I grew up in that garage. I was a kid. I didn't realize what was all around me, but it was my grandpa's stuff all around me from everything. There was military stuff. There was stuff from the coal mines. There was stuff from the railroad that he worked in both. And all of it was like, I would say 40s, 50s, maybe some early 60s. Like lots of the stuff that he had was old, but it was all still functional. That's why he didn't need new stuff. And he didn't buy new stuff if he didn't need it. Always had the perfectly manicured garden. He had grapevines that he got grapes off of and made his own wine. He had apple trees, pear trees, peach trees, all on his property, on our property, whatever. Those trees are there still, some of them, but they're in bad shape. The garden's gone. The grapevine was still there. I'd say it's gone now. Stuff that I miss, man. Stuff that I missed from when I was a kid. By the way, History Savior. Dude, the medications that I'm on, I have a extreme problem with heat, with hot stuff. This time last year, I was eating 6 million Scoville hot sauce at Vic's in Arizona for the show, Eating History. And just bought a ton of stuff on eBay to add to the collection. Video on that soon. Man, I wish people realized how important those objects were. Yeah, man, that guy that rented my rented off my mom the place down there, he just disrespectful a-hole, I'm gonna say, and I say that with a lot of disdain. That guy was a piece of work, piece of crap. They lived there for many years. Many years those people lived down there. And he slowly sold off everything out of the garage, all my grandpa's tools and stuff like that. And he also, before they left, they freaking stole all the copper piping out of the house. Like, and the guy's a school teacher. Like, what a, hey, get. Yeah. Not happy, to say the least. Had a phone call with what? Phone call, what I missed? Oh, I had a phone call, what I missed. Probably nothing. Probably nothing. Not much, anyway. Let's get this cheese spread. Knead it up a little bit better. Just gonna go to town on it here. Really get it kneaded up real good. Looking forward to checking it out, see what it looks like. It feels good. That doesn't always mean that it's going to be good, but it feels like it's going to be good. Let's find out. Hang on just a second. Hey, Ethan! Did you feed Sebastian? Okay. Well, he might need to go out or something then. Keeps whining. Okay, the underside looks completely different from the top side. Really nice browning on the bacon on these crackers. The baking process. But they're also quite dished. If you can see that. They got a pretty good bend to them. You see that sometimes in these old crackers. I don't know if it's something that happened with the heat. It made them kind of curl up. Or if it's they were sitting on a tray, like on the edge, and it made them bend. I'm not really sure why they done that. But, I don't know. Let's just take a piece of... Here, I want to try this really quick, just to see how they are before I put cheese spread on it. Oh, wow. Those are really good. Super fresh. Sometimes with the old crackers, I mean, they taste fine, but you can tell a difference in freshness just if you've eaten enough of them. And these have a really nice fresh taste to them. Of course, that malted barley is very strong. They got a really nice, wheat flavor to them. Let's take a look at this cheese spread. Oh, yeah. That actually doesn't look bad. I'm just going to go with that for right now. We will try that out here in just a moment. Let's get out one of my favorite things. These things are so awesome. So let's see if we can get a hiss off of this. I doubt it, because it's the packaging is going to be so stuck to the chocolate cookie. A lot of times you won't get that air to go in and kind of expand the packaging. But let's see. Nope. Nope, nothing. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't even tell that I opened it. It's still so stuck. You have to peel it away from the cookie, like so. And I want to not touch it so I don't mess up the perfect look of it. If I can help from it. Look at that. Look at that. Whew! It's such a beautiful sight. I mean, I guess I'm a little weird. Call me weird. Whatever. But I got it here, look. Look at this. Look at the sheen on that. Oh, yeah. That doesn't even... I don't know. It's like... Is food supposed to look like that? It almost looks fake. You know how they fake food for commercials and stuff like that? That looks like something that they would make out of plastic to use in like a commercial. Like, buy our chocolate-covered oatmeal cookies. They, they look like this every time. Well, these ones typically do. If you're careful about how you take them out of the package, like I just was, you can keep that perfect look to them. And, yeah, it's awesome. We got all three. Okay, all the drinks are made. All we got left to do is the beef stew and the M&Ms over there. I typically keep the M&Ms as a collectible, and if I have doubles of a year or something like this one, which I don't know if I have a 96 package, which those are actually produced in 95, I believe. If I have doubles, I usually share them with people to have some vintage candy. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that smells so good. That beef stock, the celery, the onion. Smell the vegetables. Of course, the beef. Let's go for it. It's extremely hot. Look at that. Chunks of beef, potatoes, carrots, peas. My mouth is watering. I'm starving. I have not eaten today. I'm not starving, but I mean I'm hungry. Not eating for one day it's not a big deal. It's actually good for you to fast. This is not fasting because I'm eating today, but if I was to not eat at all today and have only water, which I've already broken that, I've had soda or pop, as we call it around here, but to make everybody understand what I'm talking about, I say soda. Oh man, that looks really good. Here, let me move this off of here. I got to get you guys a close-up of that. Look at this. Does that look like 24-year-old beef stew to you guys? It does not to me. It looks like perfection. And again, like I said in the very beginning, before I got even started on this, I said, I don't make a big enough deal about the fact that I'm getting ready to eat 24-year-old food. Hopefully all this is going to be edible. Judging by the way it looks and smells, it's going to be edible. But, you never know till you try it. You don't try it unless it passes those first two tests. Look and smell. Looks and smells good. Then you go to taste. But to eat 24-year-old food. That's not normal. It's not normal at all. You can't typically do that. And you surely can't typically do that with civilian type foods usually. Unless, maybe, if you had a can of beef stew from the 90s that was stored in a nice cool pantry that was, I don't know, say 60 some degrees, maybe. I'm curious. More reviews equals a good thing. Yeah, freeze dryer would be good to have if you could get into the habit of actually freeze drying stuff. But man, oh man, look at the chunks of beef in there. Let me see if I can get a chunk of beef to give you guys a cross section on. Let's use this one of these pieces right here. To the side here, try to cut it. Look at that. That is just pure beef. Where's the beef? It's right here. It's right here. Right there. Look at that. Really nice color to it. Looks like high quality beef. There's some marbling in there in some of those pieces. I'm just going to go ahead and eat that to start with, because last week I had the pork with rice and barbecue sauce, and the pork absolutely numbed my entire tongue, my throat, my mouth. It was horrible. It was horrible. But that happens. I mean, it happens. It's not unheard of. You just can't eat. Like, I wouldn't have wanted to eat any more than what I did of that last week. It could have given me a horrible stomach ache, and then, if you eat the whole thing, it could make you violently ill. Down the hatch, by the way. Oh, yeah. That is beautiful. The texture. It's nice and soft, but it has a really nice chew to it. It's moist. That brown gravy that's around it, the beef-based gravy, is really nice. It's slightly salty. Not overpoweringly so, though, which is good. Let's see. I want to try just a potato to see how they have held up being in a package for 24 years. Nice and firm still. Great potato flavor. They've kind of soaked up some of that flavoring that's in here. A slight metallic flavor. Maybe I left it in the boiling water a little bit too long. I'd say I probably did. Which means you'll have a little bit of bleed over of the retort packaging flavor. You want to avoid that anytime you can. I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to go for a nice substantial bite here of everything all together. That's better than any beef stew that I've had recently. I mean, and I've had fresh beef stew too. I've had Dinty Moore, and I've had a couple other canned beef stews recently. And I'll be honest, this vintage MRE beef stew is better. Is better than those beef stews. They have the last one that I remember eating had big chunks of beef in it that were square, like perfectly square. But the texture to that beef was just, it was compressed, it was pressed and formed like throwaway chunks or something of beef. It didn't have that nice texture, that nice fibrous look to it like beef is supposed to have, like this does. It just wasn't normal type beef. Try it with a cracker. I have a feeling these two are going to pair very well together. So much beef in here too. Like, you get, each bite has like 80% beef. You know what? If I was to get this meal in a restaurant, I would be happy. I would be absolutely ecstatic. I mean, I guess I'm a little hungry, but this is on point. This is very, very tasty. All right. Let me cleanse the palate here real quick, and then we'll go to the 26, 25, 24-year-old jalapeno cheese spread, which I think is the first year of this cheese spread. Then I have a bag of goodies back here from the meetup after I get through this that I want to go through with you guys, and some oddities and whatnot. But we'll clean it out with the lemon lime. Okay, it's kind of bitter. I mean, it's sweet, but it's got this weird bitterness to it. I don't know. Something about that I'm not a huge fan of. And I'm usually a huge fan of lemon lime. It's just there's a little bit of a bitter bite to that in the very beginning, as soon as you take the drink. Okay. I wanted to check that message from K-Man, because I asked him about... I think that might have been something this English dude sent to me. I'm going to miss the show tonight. Oh, family stuff. Okay. So, yeah, that I got some stuff that K-Man had. He says some English guy sent to him. I don't know. I don't think he knows very much about it. But, all right, that's a bunch of cheese spread. You know what? Let me go a little bit more conservative to start with. Kind of half it. All right, 24-year-old cheese spread down the hatch. Jalapeno cheese spread down the hatch. Hmm. Well, it's slightly off. I'm not going to say a lot. Now, it literally, I didn't pick up any heat until I started talking. Chewed it all up and swallowed it. No heat. Now I've got some heat. So it's a very creeper heat. Comes up like very late. I'm going to go ahead and go for this too. It's got a very sharp cheddar flavor. I don't pick up any jalapeno flavor per se. Only the heat. Very salty. Excuse me, very salty. That heat, boy, it does come up in the background afterwards. But you know what? This cheese spread is definitely edible. 24-year-old cheese spread that's edible. I had high hopes for this one. I've been wanting to have a vintage meal that I could actually eat, and that's what I'm doing. 1996, guys. Yeah. So I also have this. Oh, man. Come on. Jeez. So that just happened. Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta go wash this off. Okay, so I'm not going to waste this 1992 cheese spread, but it did, like I said, I just poked a hole in it today by accident. It's like, there it is. Anyway, so there's a hole in it right there. It's a very, very slight little pinhole there. But this is from 1992. Where's that date code at? Right there. 2220. 220th day. 220th day of 1992. So let's get this opened up and see if this cheese spread is also edible. So that would put this cheese spread at being 28 years old. 28 years old. Let's get us a piece of cracker here. Let's take a look at this sheet. Oh, whoa. I don't think I want to eat this. Nope. Nope, it smells it smells really weird. It's got, what is that? What is that? It's not supposed to be in there. It looks like it's got bacon in it. I've got to at least try this. Alright. Hang on. I got to eat a lot more of this beef stew, too. I'm looking forward to that. I don't want to eat it while it's hot. But I've got to at least try this cheese spread. I swear it looks like it's got bacon in it. They make a cheese spread with bacon, but they didn't make it back in 1992. And, well, there you go. So you can see all the dark flakes, chunks in there that look like bacon, kind of. And it smells absolutely horrible. It smells so sour. Even that little bit has a horrible stench to it. I don't know. I'm going to eat it anyway. All right, here we go. Down the hatch. Nope. Something really bad about that. It's sour. It's, what is the word I'm looking for here? I don't even know. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Oh, Horny Animal says, you have super chats. My bad. I missed them. Daggone. Oh, there's BTemple. Hang on. I got to go way back here. Okay, so I got the one from History Savior. That was the last one I read. BTemple says, we call it pop here too, man. I'll eat 30-year-old rations, but throw out milk if it's 2 days past the date. That's funny. Yeah, that's... I don't do that now. Now, with the milk, I trust my nose. And I have drank milk. I had milk recently that was 14 days past the date that was printed on the jug. But the date printed on the jug is a sell-by date. So, yeah, it was well over 2 weeks that I was still drinking that. And there's still a little bit of that cheese, but I'm just going to have to go with it. Okay, it kind of even made my tongue numb. And it's stinging under my tongue. And I know none of that cheese spread was under my tongue. It's just a little bit. Okay, that's not good. It's not good at all. But thank you for that super chat, BTemple. That was a Canadian pin, which I don't know what that equals in U.S., but something like that. And then, I got Jacob says, he sent a $5 super chat. Says, BTemple sent you a super chat. Marilyn wanted to make sure you know several times I think your chat is broken. Yeah, I wasn't seeing the chat. You're right. It does that to me sometimes. It doesn't move. And it stays locked up on one row of chat. And Horty Animal says you have super chats, but the reason I knew is because there's a number on my screen right there, and it had went up, and I was like, wait a minute, what's going on with that? And I have right now up, it says top chat, live chat, super chat, and none, hide all chat messages. And I clicked on the super chat, and it told me what was up. But thank all you guys for those super chats that I missed, and thank you guys for sending super chats to tell me that I missed super chats. That's really awesome. Thank you guys for that. Wow. And Miss Marilyn, thank you. I'm going back. I'm manually scrolling back up, and let's see if my super chat moves now. All right, but I gotta get me some more of this while it's still warm. I want some veggies in there. So how was your guys' Thanksgiving? Did you guys have a good Thanksgiving? Hopefully you got with some family and enjoyed your holiday. Um, this was the first Thanksgiving dinner that I've had in 2 years. Last year, I was filming the show. Came home from filming the show. The day that I came home, I got sick on the plane coming home, and ended up in the hospital the next day. Was in there for a week. Missed Thanksgiving and Black Friday, all that stuff last year. Didn't get a Thanksgiving dinner. I could not eat. I was not allowed to eat per doctor's orders. So, mm, 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 mm. Okay, so that cheese spread has affected my taste buds. That tasted very odd. There was a little bit of that cheese left on the spoon. This is so good, though. I mean, it really is. Yeah, I could eat this a couple times a week easy. Two, 3 times a week. Kind of wish I had a peanut butter or a jelly. Something like that. I don't have neither one. That cheese or that super dark Tabasco. Excuse me. That I had come out of the I don't know, one of those MREs that was in bad shape. But that Tabasco was insanely hot. I don't have it here because I put that in a box, put it in a bag, and then I put it in a box. That's going to be shipped to Australia. That's going to go to Dan. Or Cyanide Cookies. So he likes spicy stuff. I sent that to him. And once he gets it and tries it, we'll be able to see here in the chat. I'm going to have him tell us what he thought about it here in the chat, because I'm anxious to find out if I'm crazy or not. Now, Vic, I had 40-year-old cheese spread. I'm stuck on the cheese spread. 40-year-old Tabasco on the show Eating History. And Vic is like one of, if not the main hot sauce guy here in the U.S. I mean, he has the largest hot sauce collection in the world. At that time, he had over 9,000 bottles. I'd say he's well over 10,000 now. And he tried that Tabasco with us, and that was a regular bottle of Tabasco that had been kept for over 40 years. And he said that it was 5 times hotter than regular Tabasco. That was the just, you can see it on the show Eating History. It looked probably about like that, I would say. I mean, that's pretty dark. That's the bottle out of this MRE right here. I have some up here that's even... Now, this is the hottest Tabasco I've ever had. This bottle right here. And the one that I just sent to Dan was that dark or darker. And there's another bottle right there. Looks pretty similar, if not the same. What else do we have here? There's another one that looks very similar. You see how it gets thick and starts separating? That's another indication that you know that that's some really hot Tabasco. Oh, power's low. Forgot to plug this thing in because I thought I was going to be having to pick it up to get inside that case. But let's put a little bit of Tabasco on the... let me shake it up a little bit. A little bit of Tabasco on the beef stew real quick before we move on to that chocolate-covered cookie looking all amazing. And cleanse the palate right now with some of this lemon iced tea. That's very similar to like a Lipton lemon iced tea that you would buy in a can or a bottle at the grocery store or a gas station. The lemon is definitely there, but it's quite subtle. Old Tabasco gets good, so good if it isn't. Old Tabasco gets so good if it isn't dried out. True, true, true. And it gets so much hotter. You know, that was Sean over at the Ration Museum. Again, I want to make that announcement, guys. Show up to the Ration Museum live stream tomorrow. And if we break our record of viewership over there, I will be doing a giveaway when we do that. When we break that record, which I have confidence in you guys that you'll show up. That live stream starts at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and runs till about 7. You can show up at any time throughout there. I shouldn't have done that. Oh. Dang it. Ugh. Okay. Just get over it. Get over it, dude. Smokey, you can do this. It's just a little bit of Tabasco. It ain't freaking 6 million Scoville hot sauce like you had last year, which literally set me on fire. Whew. But these medicines that I'm on now, they make me very sensitive to heat. Or spicy, I mean. Tabasco does complement this beef stew quite well. Sometimes, I don't know, it just kind of cuts through some of the saltiness of it. I don't like those big chunks of fat. But yeah, like I was saying, there's some marbling throughout there, some of that fat, which is definitely good for you. That sinewy type fat. It's the kind of fat that you're actually supposed to eat. Yeah, the Tabasco actually does do something for this. It's better without it, in my opinion, because this is so good on its own. And that bottle of Tabasco is hot. Hot. Whew. Made my nose run almost instantly. You got to go check out BTemple's channel, by the way. Like I know I said that in the very beginning, but you got to go there and hook him up with a view, and if you like his channel, subscribe. Give him that subscribe. Okay. All right. I'll wait on that until after I have some of the infamous chocolate covered oatmeal cookie, which we're going to go for that right now. I hate to touch it because it's so perfect looking, but I'm going to. I'm just gonna do it. Look at that. Look at the sheen, the shine, the perfection. Now I'm going to move my thumb and look at where I touched it. It's like you can't touch it or it messes up the perfection. There. Look at that. Ooh, that smells really good. Can't believe I didn't smell it till just now. Pick up on like a sweet oatmeal cookie, and then that chocolate. It's a very pronounced smell. Kind of reminds me of like that chocolate shell that you put on ice cream and stuff, and it gets hard. All right, let's give it a try. Here we go. Chocolate covered oatmeal cookie. Yum yum. Cookie. Wait for it. It's 2 big old thumbs up for me. I can't say anything negative about it. The cookie's super crunchy, but not crunchy in like that way that is bad. It's like it's a nice crunchy. I don't know how to describe that texture. The way the crunchy is, it has almost like an immediate chewiness right after the crunchiness, and the chocolate coverness, the chocolate covering, is really nice and sweet and chocolatey. Mmm. There we go. Cocoa beverage powder should follow it up nicely. Mmm. Golly. That's so good. The two together are amazing. But the old cocoa beverage powder is so much better than the modern cocoa beverage powder. Even though this is like super vitamin enriched, it's really good. I'm curious. Cocoa beverage powder has vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin B1, and vitamin B6. So it has all those vitamins and minerals, or actually they're all vitamins, all those vitamins infused into it, and I don't taste any of them. It just tastes like a rich, creamy, nice chocolate cocoa beverage powder. Yeah, I don't pick up on any of the vitamins. It just tastes like a really nice hot cocoa. Mmm. I could chug all that. I mean, it's so nice and creamy and just, oh. Mmm. All right, I gotta go with, gotta mix these two. Throw that in, take a big swig of that and mix it up. Mmm. The cocoa beverage powder kind of softened the cookie a little bit and kind of soaked into it. And made it kind of chocolatey, juicy kind of. It's weird. But they mix very well together. Alright, just to preserve candy history, I'm going to leave those intact because I think we all know what M&Ms look like. They look right there. And these ones feel perfect. You can even see through the, you can't, but I can. There's like an orange one right there. Maybe if I, no, the camera's not going to pick it up. There's a yellow one right there, behind the M. The green one right there. Why does that look wet in there now? See it? It's like a blue one. Quite a blue one right there. Orange one right there, or red, one or the other. Anyway, we'll save the M&M pack, the 24-year-old M&Ms. Unless you guys really want to see these opened up, I'm going to keep them. Yeah, it's a pack of pack of M's. It's a pack of M's. No M&Ms. Yeah, it is a pack of M's. You're right. Pack of M's. Or pack of W's, whichever way you want to look at it. Yeah, no double M&Ms on there. Have they ever said M&M on them? I don't know. I don't think so. Excuse me. Excuse me. So 1996, that was the year that Bill Clinton was reelected. I remember that year. I was in grade school. I don't know why I remember it. I guess because he was so scandalous, and the whole Oval Office BJ thing and all that. The New York Yankees won the World Series that year after an 18-year dry spell. Jordan won the Chicago Bulls championship that year, of course. Well, not Jordan. I mean, the Chicago Bulls won a championship that year. Jordan being a large part of that. That was their second three-peat run as NBA champs. What else? In January 1996, there were only 100,000 websites compared to the current 1 billion websites. Currently, there's 1 billion websites. And now, or back then there was only 100,000 in 1996. Bill Clinton was also the first president to go online in a live chat and answer questions. I saw that. They were talking about, the different presidents, the technology available to them. Can't remember, was it FDR that was the first one that was on television? There was very few people actually watching it when he was on television, but he was the first president to address the country on a television. It was also simultaneously broadcast on the radio. What else happened? Okay, wow, this is interesting. 1996, July 5th, 1996, Dolly the sheep was the first mammal to be successfully cloned. So our clone game got stepped up in 1996, and they cloned the first sheep. I remember Dolly the sheep, too. I remember all this. What else is a cool one? Oh, Independence Day came out in 1996. That was a really good movie. Will Smith, I got to give him props on that one. It's a good movie. What else? Okay, what do you guys think the price of a brand new car was in 1996? What the average price of a brand new car in 1996? I want to see some guesses in the chat right here. Brand new car, 1996. What do you think the going rate was on average? Definitely pretty close. Yeah, you're definitely pretty close. Actually going the wrong direction. Ration Museum went the wrong direction there. So the average price, 1996, for a car, a new car, brand new car, was $16,300. So what do you think the average price for a house was in 1996? The average price for a house, meaning, like a single family home, 2 or 3 kids, whatever. Single family home, 1996. Was actually right around $40,000. Like $35,000 to $40,000. So, what do you think the average price for a brand new car in 2016 was? Which means what? Would that be 20 years? 06, yeah. Yeah. 20 years later. So 20 years later after 1996, how much do you think the average price? Do you think it doubled, tripled? What do you think? Average price for a brand new car in 2016. I think you guys are going to be surprised at this one. $33,600 is the average going rate for a brand new car in 2016. So it literally doubled in 20 years. Doubled. Went from 16,396 all the way up to 33,560 in 20 years, in 2016. That's interesting, man. I think that's a really cool number to know. What else is a cool one? Oh, cool. eBay started in 1996. I know a lot of you guys, just like me, we do a lot of shopping on eBay. It started in 1996. 20 years later, in 2016, there's 164 million active buyers on eBay. 164 million active buyers. Oh gosh, Tickle Me Elmo came out in 1996. Jeez, I've still been seeing memes about like guy was using like a hand puppet Elmo. It was really funny though. 1996 DVDs were just being launched in Japan. So DVDs came out in 1996. Wow. Some pretty monumental stuff. We had the Olympics in 1996 in the United States, in Georgia. The Summer Olympics, I should say. The next time the Summer Olympics will be held here is 2024. So we got another 4 years to wait on that. The cost of a 30-second Super Bowl ad in 1996, a 30-second Super Bowl ad, was $1,085,000 in 1996. In 2016, for a 30-second ad, it cost $4.5 million. So it over quadrupled in price to run a 30-second ad on the Super Bowl. Okay, so that's one of the worst cheese spreads I've tried. It's not the worst I've seen or anything, but it's one of the worst I've tried. Made my tongue numb, and it had some really weird black chunks in it I didn't like. And it stinks like a nasty gym sock, dirty foot. Almost like a cat pee, dirty foot mix. Like, I don't know. What would that be? What's the chemical that I'm trying to think of here? That would be in pee. So I just grabbed this bag that has some random extras type stuff in it. And I thought I was going to be able to get a little bit more of a backstory on it, but K-Man wasn't able to make the live stream tonight, so I'll probably hold off on messing with it. But look at that. Look at that. We got to open this up at some point and look at this. This is actually a chicken and herb pate from, I'm going to guess 2004. That 4251, I'm going to guess, is a date code of 2004, I think. I think that's around the last year that they put this chicken pate in a British operational ration pack. That's what that's out of. Along with this, these were together in this brown bag. I don't remember how or why I ended up with this stuff. K-Man must have just left it in my room or gave it to me, because we all did hang out in my room and did a live stream from there. But this is a chocolate pudding from also 2004. The British do pudding way different than we do it here in the United States. Pudding in the United States is just like a gelatinous chocolate. It's a chocolate flavored consistency, gelatinous, like putty. Like, I don't know how to describe it other than a pudding, pudding type texture. It's not like icing. It's smoother than what icing is typically, and thicker even, I would say. So yeah, what else is in here? A pack of crackers in there. This is what I was telling you guys earlier. Look, okay, remember how the one I just had from 1996, lemon lime beverage base? See, this just says beverage base powder. Then up here they just print cherry. This is from 1994, 4061. So only 2 years prior. And they were using a standard package for every drink mix. Now, this is the infamous cherry. Cherry is a pretty, famous flavor amongst ration reviewers and whatnot. We had a bunch of those at the meet. Just random, I don't know what's. The spoon. What else is in here? Partial accessory pack. I gotta give some of this stuff away. Never Takikun. I know I said it right. I have a 1996 manufactured Smith & Wesson Model 60 357 Magnum as my nightstand gun. Still as good a protector now as it was then. So, a 1996 produced Smith & Wesson. You got that right, buddy. Honestly, I think when you have an older type weapon like that almost always the manufacturing process was better back in the day. If not the manufacturing process, at least the materials that were used to make whatever it was. Doesn't have to be that. It could be anything. It could be you could be talking about a baseball bat or a pair of scissors or whatever. It just seems like the materials were better the further you go back, like the 90s, you know, they were better. The 80s, they were better. The 70s, they were better. The 60s, they were better. The 50s definitely were better. I'm not sure about the 40s. I know we used up a lot of our good metal for the war. I did have a peanut butter thermo pack, Stone Mountain, Georgia. And it feels perfect. I mean, it's just nice and doesn't even feel like it needs needed. What else is in this bag? Curious. We got a flameless ration heater with very, very little, just a couple little loose filings here and there. Not much, and that's a 94. Second year of the flameless ration heater being contained inside the MRE bag. They did have them loose in as early as 1990, maybe even 89. What else do we have in here? Oh, here we have another thermo pack. Okay, that's cool. See a difference. What year is this one? This is 94. What year is this one? This is 94 as well. Okay. So, difference here. Both made by Thermopack. Both peanut butters. This one completely different on the back here. This one's very, very liquidy. Like, not liquidy, it's just like, it's like it's already kneaded up. There's some delamination going on this, but I'd say that's probably because the night of the meetup, we probably had these out. Steve was probably kneading them up. I was probably kneading them. You know, whoever had them in their hands that night was probably doing this with them. Just, I don't know. It's just something you do when you get a pack of peanut butter or cheese spread in your fingers. You end up doing this with it just because it's like habit, I guess. I'm not real sure. Got another pack of crackers in there. I guess that's it. Huh. Some pretty cool stuff in there. That's actually, this is a pretty good little snack bag, I guess. You got 2 packs of crackers and 2 peanut butters. Which, I mean, you could get a meal out of peanut butters and crackers. I mean, that'd be enough, honestly, survival food to get you by for, what, a day? 2 packs of crackers and 2 peanut butters, you could get by on that for a day. And be, and still probably be fairly healthy. Seems how the peanut butter's fortified, and so are the crackers. All that good stuff. And then you got a beverage base, so you got something to drink for the day. You got a really vintage chocolate pudding. Not even really vintage. This is 10 years newer than any of that other stuff, but we look at this being from you know, Great Britain as being pretty vintage, being from 04. I don't know why that is. You know, the British stuff seems to hold up fairly well, especially if it's in a reach. Of course, in a can from 04, it did not hold up. And see, look at all that seepage going on there. I'm not going to mess with that because, I mean, there definitely could be some dangerous stuff on that. Seems how it's chicken pate. But, you know, I'm going to finish this beef stew. I'm not going to let it go to waste. I'm also going to eat some more of that cheese spread just because I can. Because I can physically, or not physically, but I guess physically. Because I can, oh, well, that sucks. I got to get that. It's going to bother me. I can actually eat, oops. Oh. Yep. So, I did mention, guys, tomorrow, Ration Museum live stream. If we break our live stream viewer number tomorrow, I'm going to be picking somebody. Well, technically, they're going to pick themselves in a way, but there will be a little, there will be a giveaway on there. We break that viewership number, which means we got to break 30. I'm hoping if we hit, I tell you what, I'll say this too. If we can hit 50 people, I will do 2 giveaways. I'll do the first one when we hit 30, 31, whatever. And then I'll do another one if we hit 50. If we hit 50 viewers tomorrow, it starts at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Ration Museum live stream. Again, Sean, he's probably going to eat something tomorrow. I'm going to guess. He'd tell you. He's probably here in the chat. But I think he had planned to eat something. Or I'm sure he's got something he can eat. Also going through some cool stuff. And could I say again? I hate it when I hear people doing that on videos. Or I was watching, what was I watching? I was watching something, and the girl that was speaking kept going, uh, um, I was like, spit it out. Quit saying that. And here I am doing it myself. How horrible. Pretty sure this is the first year jalapeno cheese spread. I gotta look in here. Let me look that up. I should already have it pulled up. I think. What I did. Okay. Nope. I didn't want that. It should say what's in and out. Of course, right there it says new tan bag. Nutritional information was on the items. It was on items. Let's go click into 96. In research and development items: grilled beefsteak, Mexican rice, white rice, butter flavored. New easy open meal bag with graphics, 2-sided nutritional insert. In chicken parmesan pasta, primavera, vegetarian, cheese tortellini, jalapeno cheese spread. It is. Haha. Yay. Out. Potatoes au gratin. Oh man, I like the potatoes au gratin. All rotten. All rotten potatoes. So 1996 is the first year for the jalapeno cheese spread. It's confirmed. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. So I have an edible first year jalapeno, a cheese spread. How cool was that? Dad was in the Navy. My first words were sentence enhancers. Okay. I guess I think I know what you mean by that. Renee, the rest has been edited out. I'm looking in the chat now, guys. Reading down through. What's up, Fred? Yeah, that's what I thought, Aletha. What a great example of how well, or what's possible with 24-year-old food. Absolutely outstanding example and display of edible, not just edible, but perfectly preserved and tasty 24-year-old food right here. I mean, the chocolate covered oatmeal cookie, like, that's pretty much a given that it's going to hold up, outside of that one that I opened last week, which me and K-Man were talking about this later. You guys saw that MRE that I opened up. Some of you guys, if you haven't, go back and check out last week's live stream, because hands down the worst MRE I've ever seen in my life I opened up. Never seen anything like it. And me and him were talking, we were discussing this, like, even though, you know, the main was ruptured and bad, every single item in that MRE was compromised. Every single item. That still shouldn't have happened. Even though the main was compromised, it shouldn't have. That shouldn't have been the cause for every single item to be damaged and opened the way it was. So, me and him both kind of talked about this and theorized that means almost every package would have had to have some sort of slight defect for that acidic sauce or whatever to seep in and start opening those packages the way it did. Every single item in there was beyond compromised. And like I said, me and K-Man was talking about it, and it really shouldn't have been that way, even though, you know, it was in bad shape and that main was busted. It still shouldn't have caused it to be as far gone as what it was. So, I guess I'll smoke a vintage Camel Light. These are from 1989 or 1990. I took the camel bucks off of it, and don't know what I've done with it. It might be one of the ones stuck on the wall right here, which have an expiration date of 1992. I don't know how long the camel bucks were, the camel cash was good for, but I'm going to guess it was good for quite some time. After your purchase. But the last couple times I've smoked one of these Camel Lights, these things are, what, 30, we'll just call them 30 years old. And they have aged well. They have a really nice smell to them. They have a nice sweet, almost like a hint of honey or a hint of sugar, like brown sugar maybe. They have a very unique smell to them. But they also, Camels, they have that urea smell to them, like, I don't know, man. It's just hard to describe. Other than that, it's like cat pee. There's the lighter K-Man hooked me up with, the Las Vegas lighter. Welcome to Vegas. Oh, G. Schultz is here. I was just talking about you a little bit ago, G. Schultz. Original YouTube ration reviewer. Kind of like the granddaddy of all ration reviewers. There he is. There's Mr. G. Schultz right there. Guys, if you don't know or haven't watched any of G. Schultz videos, I would definitely suggest you go over there and do that. And subscribe to his channel, watch his videos, hit that thumbs up, all that good stuff. Anybody who hadn't hit that thumbs up that likes these live streams, please do so. Let Google know what you're thinking. Kind of, I don't know, just it helps the live streams get a little bit of traction. And again, gives Google that feedback that they just crave so much. I wish they didn't get all of our information. I think that they should be limited to that. I think they should be stopped. And you should not be forced into agreeing to their every whim, with their licensing agreement that you have to agree to whenever you download YouTube or you download their web browser or you download whatever that may be. If you're using their stuff, you're agreeing to their terms and conditions, which ended up being like basically signing away any type of privacy that you had. It all goes away. So that's just part of it nowadays. We kind of just look at it like that. It shouldn't be, in my opinion. I feel like our personal information is valuable. Our personal preferences and things that they take all that stuff for granted, and they use it to shape what you watch, what you see, ads wise, all kinds of stuff. It's pretty crazy. Google is our unconditional master. You are correct. They have became, even not just America, but the world. Like Google is they became a world power. Whether they want to admit it, whether anybody wants to admit it, I don't care. They have way more power as a unit, especially being that they have YouTube, and YouTube is extremely influential. I would argue to say just as much or more so than any Twitter or Facebook or anything like that. I think that YouTube has a lot of power, and I think that they're abusing that power, and they have been for a few years now. Used to be that YouTube was for you, and for you to post what you thought you wanted, what you wanted to post. And now you can no longer do that. They control it like a publisher. They if it doesn't agree with their values, then they're either gonna shadow ban it or they're gonna take it off completely. And they'll come up with some BS reason why they took it off. Smokey, you're right. Google uses subliminal seduction. Oh, yeah, it's not even subliminal anymore, really, Howard. It's blatant. It's obvious and out in the open. They don't hide it. It's they just They've torn everyone down to where we just accept it, and I don't think it should be that way. Things really have changed from the early YouTube days of YouTube, G. Schultz says, and just since I started posting, which when I started posting on YouTube, it was a different place. It was completely different, and I know G. Schultz would say that's the same for him, which it's really changed a lot since he started, and the changes come very quickly after I started posting. The changes started in 2016, really changed a lot in 17, and then it changed a lot again in 18. And the first real change that everybody recognizes, which there were changes before this, but was when they had the whole PewDiePie scandal, which was all really, it was honestly, they were basically fake, trying to say he said things that he didn't say and do things that he didn't do. And if you kept up with him, like I kind of did, because my kids always watched him, I knew better than to believe what they were saying. So yeah, it was just a whole bunch of bull crap for them to change the rules to their liking, and that's what they done. Acted like advertisers don't want to be on their videos, and acted like he was some sort of anti-Semite or something like that, which was bull crap, like he was a Nazi or something like that, which I'll probably get demonetized for just saying that. But it's the truth. I mean, I'm 2 hours and 7 minutes in, so hopefully the algorithm doesn't catch it, but they probably will. And that's sad that I can't even talk about it. Cannot talk about it and say those words without YouTube saying, oh, nope, we're going to demonetize you because you said that word. Doesn't matter the context, because you say a certain word, they'll demonetize you. I'm not bullcrapping. It's crazy, the stuff that goes on now. Oh, the camels, yeah. The camels still, I mean, honestly, those don't even look old. They got the barcode on them, which, of course, those have been around since the 70s. One way to tell when these are from is the Surgeon General warning on the side. Let's see. I'll look it up real quick. What years on tobacco products was the Surgeon General warning? Smoking by pregnant women may result in fetal injury, premature birth, and low birth weight.
According to CDC, 2000 Surgeon General's report highlights warning labels, smoking and tobacco use, CDC.
That's not right. I don't know. They used this one, obviously, in the late 80s and early 90s. The low birth weight one and stuff like that. I would say these are probably 1990, if I was to guess, because I did take the camel bucks off of it, and I think it was. Oh wait, nope, never mind. It's a. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Oh, was that Dan? Good luck demonetizing a live stream. Can't stop the signal. Yeah, you're correct, Dan. Thank you so much for that. Cyanide cookies, I should say. Yeah, that it's weird, man, how they do it. And thank you for that super chat. And thanks for saying that, because they have their ways. I mean, okay, so basically, what it would be, and I could pull this up and show you that they've demonetized. Okay, I'll give you a good for instance. The Halloween video that I did, where I went down there and looked at the in that abandoned building, and my title was most horrific cheese spread. Because I used the word horrific in my title, they demonetized that video. I sent it off for a personal, real person. Now, a computer does that to begin with. I sent it off for a personal, in-person, real review of my video. And they still demonetized it because my title said horrific. Tell me what world we're living in. Are we in the Twilight Zone or something? Am I missing something? I'm pretty sure we're in the twilight zone. Let me see if I can pull it up and show you guys real quick without showing too much info. You see that? See that right there? Halloween Live. See that money sign? It's orange or yellow. That means not suitable for most or basically all advertisers. And that's what they do. It's comical in a way. It's funny, but at the same time, it's not funny. It's not fair what they do. And here I am on their platform speaking out against what they're doing, but it isn't. It's not fair. I don't think it's right. Smokey and you guys rock. Well, thank you, Fred Thorne, for the super chat, my dude. And Fred, you rock, dude. Fred, you've been around for a long time, man. I appreciate you sticking around all the live streams and videos and everything you have been on forever. What's the warning? Do I have a warning on one of my videos now? Probably. I had the half of my last Norwegian stream. Get the yellow. I had the second half of my last Norwegian stream. Get the yellow. Kaylin says, "Yeah, it's Kaylin. It makes no sense, right? Like, I'm sure you did nothing to deserve that." Yeah, that is bull, Joe. You're correct. And I can't even say that because I can't even read what you said in the chat because they'll like demonetize me for that. It's so stupid. Now here's what I'll say though. If I had, let's just put it this way. If I had Steve's amount of subscribers, I could say not anything I want, but almost. I could definitely have just said what I could have just read that chat and not worried about it. They treat large creators differently than they treat smaller creators. This is 100% proven. I'm going on a little bit of a rant here. I shouldn't be, because I know most people don't want to hear it. I've lost 30 viewers since I started talking about it. But that's okay. A lot of people, I think, they don't want to hear it, but it's the truth. Maybe they've heard it before and it's just played out. But whenever you're on this end of it and you are in the position that I'm in, you're the person that potentially is creating videos or whatever it may be, and they are using the tactics that they're using, it really discourages people from continuing and trying to grow their channels. They just like, what's the point? They're gonna shadow ban me. They're gonna make it impossible for me to grow. And when they do that, they slow down your growth so much that it's at a snail's pace, and you'll never get like these big huge numbers unless you conform to what they want you to do and you get lucky and get some sort of viral video or something. Like, then you might gain a little bit of traction, but not enough. I'm not going to say that there's not ways to still make it on YouTube and stuff, because there are. But you got to pretty much do stuff that they like. A good question would be, who is they? That's a really good question that I have also. Who is they? Or who are they? These people in California that decide your fate. They sit behind computers and decide whether your content is worthy of that green dollar sign or the getting promoted by Google and YouTube. They decide. Yeah, you're right, Dan. Viral might be the wrong word. I might get flagged. Well, it doesn't have the S on the end, so I don't know. Maybe I mixed that a little bit too thick. I don't know. But it was really good. The cocoa beverage powder was really good. I do think I put a little bit too much water in the iced tea. It's a little bit lean, a little bit kind of watered down. But I'm getting a lot of my A lot of my vitamins and minerals. Do you think the vitamins and minerals degrade in these over 24 years? Is the iced tea on here? It's probably not fortified. The cocoa beverage powder is. Beverage base is. It's got vitamin C and calcium in it. So vitamin C and calcium in that. What else did we have in here? The cheese spread, vitamin A, C, B1, and B6. What else? The crackers, we got B1, B2, niacin, B6, and calcium. Niacin in the crackers, huh? I wonder what the purpose of niacin is. I know if you take like a couple niacin pills that they can make you break out and like turn red and stuff. I don't know what that's about. I don't really know the significance behind niacin. I should know exactly what that's about. But I didn't know it was used as a vitamin, really. I thought it was, I don't know what I really thought about niacin. Nikola Tesla said it was a machine mind that exists in the ergonomic field of the Earth itself. We are only the automations, as he called us, with no free will doing its bidding. I tell you, Nikola Tesla, man, honestly, I've always thought that guy was brilliant. I might not understand everything that he says and did, that he said and did, but that guy, like, he had it figured out. And I have my theories about what happened to him, which he ended up the last 10 years of his life, our government locked him up in the New Yorker hotel, which I've stayed in the New Yorker. I was like 2 or 3 floors below the floor that they had him on. I think they had the whole floor. He got the whole floor, if I'm not mistaken. Well, him and some government guards. But they put him in that hotel for the last 10 years of his life, where they said he basically went crazy, but I'm sure they had a pump full of meds and whatnot. Nikola Tesla lived out the last 10 years of his life in the New Yorker hotel in New York, right next to the, is it Madison Square Garden, I think? I don't know. But it's crazy. I never knew that until I stayed there. I was like, what? Yeah, it's right down there in the lobby of the hotel. I mean, it's, you know, they talk about it. They got like pamphlets or something. I can't remember if it's on a pamphlet or like a board, like a framed piece of information, maybe. That's what it was. But I plan on heating this beef stew up in a little glass container that I have and finishing eating that. I'm not going to let that go to waste because it's so good. Finish it with the crackers. Of course, that's not going to go to waste. No way. And I'm probably going to eat a little bit more of this jalapeno cheese spread. I can't eat a whole bunch of it. Even if it was a brand new jalapeno cheese spread, I probably wouldn't eat a ton of it. Just not a huge cheese spread fan. If I do eat cheese spread, it's going to be the jalapeno cheese spread. I like it. But alright, guys, I'm going to wrap up this live stream. It's been a really good one, guys. Oh, man. Just looked over. Totally forgot about this until right now. And I don't want to read it at the end. I guess I could. But this is that poem that gabeRILLA sent me. If you guys don't know who gabeRILLA is, link to him right down in my description. His channel. I was telling you, he had some sort of weird... Let me look it up. I'll see. That way, I'm not sure, but I was trying to tell you guys about it a little bit ago. So let me pull it up. It's probably actually right up here in my feed. Hopefully it's still there. Let me see if it is. It is not. It's okay. Just take me just a second. And don't forget about the Pete Reviews guy. The Pete Reviews. Or the Pete Review. Okay. Nope, that's wrong. I spelled it wrong. Well, I didn't spell it wrong. It just took it wrong. There we go, gabeRILLA. Oops. Oops. Come on. Stop it. Okay. Drinking black sludge, 26-year-old red dog. Right there. right here. And if you guys haven't went over and watched, let me go back and find them. It's going to be like a year and a half ago, probably. We went to right here, right there. Oh, there's like, he's got a bunch of episodes of that. Kind of spaced out. Okay, right there's part 1. Mothman episode part 1. There's episode 2. Episode 3. Episode 4. 5. I'm in all these videos right here with him. Me and him went out, did the Mothman thing, and we actually had some really interesting experiences out there. I'm not going to ruin it for you and tell you anything. If you guys want to go check it out, I would definitely recommend checking those out. Had a great time filming with Gabe, and we had some really interesting stuff happen. But yeah, I got to check out this one. I got to see what this black sludge is all about. And then he had a really cool Marketplace beer haul video that I got to check out too. But yeah, I'm setting up my fire. Wait, I'm sitting at my fire dictating this note to you. It's been a wonderful summer full of love and the smell of a spruce. Oh, wait a minute. And the smell of spruce trees. Let me start over. I'm sitting at my fire dictating this note to you. It's been a wonderful summer full of love and the smell of spruce trees. The Midwest is now moving gracefully towards winter. The plaid is in full bloom, and the neighbors have brought in the butter churn. I hope this note finds you well, and that your winter is not too harsh, and you have the time to cut ice for your chest freezer from the lake by your home. Enjoy these beers that I have... Wait a minute. Enjoy these beers as I have our cordial friendship. Dictated, not read, yours truly, gabeRILLA. Alright, I gotta read that again. I should have read it like right before I read it out loud. I've read it before, but it's always good to read it to yourself a couple times before you read it out loud. It comes out a lot smoother than what I just did, so I apologize for butchering that to my friend Gabe. But alright, guys. I want to thank each and every one of you guys that showed up tonight. Huge thanks to everybody who sent in a super chat. I'm going to read that list right now. Started off with Gusto, RC Gusto. Go check out Gusto's channel. Link in my description. And then we had Blindside. Call him Billy Blindside. He's basically my neighbor. History Savior 1941, another channel you got to check out. And then Karsten over in Germany. And I'm into pain. Super, super awesome dude. Jacob. Hallenberger. History Savior again. And then we had BTemple. Drop in a super chat. And then Jacob again. Then we had Horny Animal. Narataki-kun. We had Dan in Australia. And then to finish it all out, we had Fred Thorne. Thank all you guys for your super chats. And thank each and every one of you guys again for showing up and hanging out tonight. We had really good numbers on this live stream. And again, I want to say, last thing I need to say, a huge thanks to my patrons. Got boxes packed and going out Monday. So I'm pretty excited to do that. And yeah. So I guess really all I got left to do is say thank you guys for watching. And I will see you on the next live stream. Later.